Martin will spot him. And yep, you can try. Don't know what we'll see. I see him. Yeah, Cooper's hawk. It's just going to be hard to net with all the trees and bushes in there.
Now I can get in there and cut. See, I have my pruners right here.
That's okay. Martin's good. Oh, it's a sharp shin. Okay. They're a little smaller than the Cooper's hawk.
Is he full grown?
Yeah.
Oh, he just hit the gate.
There you are, sharp shin.
Don't trip, honey. You're right under branches. Step on any kind of...
We got your little girl.
Is she alive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it a little girl?
Yeah, it's a female sharpshooter.
And you have it.
Yeah, that's from the
wire.
The upcoming video is just a few little clips of some of the wildlife rescue that we've done that, like I said, not for prime time. It was just real quick little bits and pieces that we thought we'd throw together and kind of let you see, some of the work that we've done.
Gosh, I'm glad that you knew these guys. There must be obviously there's a breach in that aviary.
Yeah, obviously she's found some way to get in there. Oftentimes with these videos that we do, it's we get so many animals in our rescue center that, to be honest with you, I forget. If it's been a month or two, I forget the stories behind the rescue and the release and all of that kind of stuff. So please forgive me for being old and forgetful, but we do try to do our best. Hey, little Sharpie. Didn't even need that. But just to be on the safe side.
Beautiful little girl.
Isn't she a pretty little thing? This is the smallest hawk found in North America. It's called a sharp-shinned hawk. And she was in a pigeon coop, and a chicken coop, and she's not eating chickens. What she's eating is the sparrows that go in there. And so she got into the coop, and the wire, when she flies against the wire, it scrapes her nose, or called the sear. And so that's scraped up. Oh, you gonna bite me, sweetie?
So it's like if somebody scraped their elbow or
Yeah.
something on the sidewalk.
It's not anything that's means that she has to stay in captivity for any length of time, but they're highly migratory, and that's what they're doing right now. Is they're moving through, so we don't want to keep it in captivity any longer than we have to, because she needs to continue on. This is this year's baby, and so she would have hatched out the end of June, 1st of July is when she would have hatched, and she's on her own. She's feeding herself. Like I said, she's had a sparrow in her crop, so she's already eaten, and she's doing just fine. And so it's nice to get her out of the coop and get her turned loose. And you ready?
Yep.
You ready, little one?
She's going to disappear fast.
She will.
Going to go right downwind, I'll bet. Yeah. Out of sight. Let me show you.
This is a saw-whet owl. This is as big as they get. And This one had a concussion, but it's looking much better. It's eaten a couple of big meals. It's trying to fly away in the container that we've got with it. And so I think he's ready to go. It's just a little past dark, so we're going to go ahead and just let him go. We got plenty of trees and things right here that he can. Okay, my little friend. I don't know if you can see him or not.
Just barely.
Okay.
Nope, not ready to go yet.
Hey, little one. Yeah, not quite ready. Not quite over his concussion. Come here, sweetie.
Well, guess he'll go back in the inside for
back
a
in the
few
house.
more days.
He's doing a lot better.
That's good. Glad he's doing better. At least these little habitats are soft, so he shouldn't hurt himself.
Yeah. Take a little friend.
Okay. Back in for the night. We'll try another day. Or another night. This is a screech owl. Came in yesterday from Escalante. They found him on a road. He had a concussion. Probably hit by a car. He's doing better this morning. Did you say he ate a little bit?
He ate 2 pinky mice.
He ate 2 pinky mice last night, so that's a
That's a
good
little
start.
screech owl. The little screech owl was hit by a car last winter. We've had it now for 6 months, and we've taken it to our local veterinarian for a health check, and he basically confirmed my diagnosis, which was that the retina in the left eye would not dilate. It's permanently damaged. And so we have sent a letter to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service requesting that we add the little owl to our educational program. So this will be a new wildlife ambassador for us.
This is a little saw-whet owl. He was found in Richfield. He probably flew into a window. He's ate good yesterday. I think he came in 2 days ago. He's just resting right now.
As you can see, baby season has just started. This is Martin Tyner with the Enoch Wildlife Rescue, and this is a baby barn owl. For those of you that have been following us on YouTube, you probably remember the video of the 7 barn owls that we raised last year. Well, here's a single barn owl that was blown out of its nest and found on the ground, and it's in. So anyway, it's brought into us. This one's about the age of the oldest one of the 7 that we got in last year when they first arrived. So this one's probably about 5 days old, thereabouts. And so we're going to get him fed here in just a minute. I've got some food thawing out for him. But baby season has started. Susan and I are going to start trading off, getting up every couple of hours to feed the babies. And she'll do it, and then I'll get up a couple hours later and I'll feed them, and she'll get up a couple hours later. So we try to split it up so we can get at least 4 hours sleep in the process of feeding the babies. But there we go. We've got ourselves our first baby bird of prey just came in, which is our little barn owl.
Tuck his little legs back in.
I'm doing that, Sue.
I know. I'm just saying what you're doing.
And we've got some food thawing out, and we'll feed him in just a few minutes.
It's a good baby. You look better now.
Yeah. There we go. This is our little barn owls. very first meal. See how he does. This works out well. This is ground up mouse, or chopped up mouse, I guess. A little more accurate. Yeah, there's my baby. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem a lot of the people have. They want to save these, and they think they can bring them home and feed them bologna or hot dogs or chili or whatever, and that's all really bad for them. And you have to feed them a natural diet. These guys eat primarily small rodents, and so you have to feed them a rodent diet. And so that's what we're doing here.
Good thing these people brought him right to you.
Yes.
Gives him a chance.
Yeah, he'll have a chance of survival, where if they'd have kept him for a couple, 3 days and figured out they don't know how to care for it and then bring it to me, he would have been in a lot worse condition. So,
If he even lived that long, huh?
yeah. So he's doing good.
It looks like his eyes aren't open yet.
Not yet.
They should be any time, huh?
They'll open in a few days. He's just a little baby. It's a big piece of... Can you swallow that much? Nope, didn't think so.
Probably getting pretty full, huh, little one?
Yeah, he's getting there. That's good. Okay. There we go. There we go. Spring is here. Okay, I think you did good. I do. I think you did really good, little one. So let's get you
Back in his little brooder.
Isn't that the cutest little thing you ever saw?
Look at those little whiskers.
I know. This is a barn owl. The barn owl came to us a couple of days ago. It was about 2 days old, and it had fallen from its nest. And there's a reason that it had fallen from its nest, and that is that its legs were badly deformed. And I call it, they're splayed out, where the left leg turns this way and the right leg turns that way, so they're splayed out so that the bird can't walk, it can't stand. And this is usually caused by a surface that the bird is being raised on in the nest that is either too slick so that the bird doesn't have anything to grip on, and because it doesn't have anything to grip on, the legs just slide out. And at a very young age, everything's growing very fast and everything's extremely flexible. And so this happens to this can happen to wild birds like this one. It can happen to birds raised in captivity if there isn't enough traction in the nest with something they can hold on to. The other way is if there is obstruction in the nest, and basically if there's like a branch that sticks up and the bird, because of all the other babies in the nest, is straddling a branch in the nest, and that forces the legs to pull out. But usually it's because of a slick surface. And so when you are hand raising these young animals, if you if they don't have a surface that they can grip a hold of, then the leg splays out, and this is oftentimes a death sentence to them because they'll never be able to stand up. Now, I've had some success. What I've made is I've made a pair of anklets for this little owl, and I don't know if you can see it.
We got a little view of it a minute ago.
Yeah, I got these little anklets. Let me show them your pretty little anklets. You can see right there, these little anklets for my little owl. Now, what this does is this is made of very, very light leather, and it holds the bird's legs in the proper position. And so as the little bird continues to grow, hopefully, hopefully the legs will grow straight in line, and the bird will be able to stand and perch. Now, there's no guarantees for this, but so far it looks pretty good. And so that's one of my little inventions that I do to help these guys when they come into our rescue center. So this one has got its little anklets on. Now, because they grow so fast, this guy is more than doubled in size. And because they grow so quickly, we've had to adjust these anklets 4 times in the last 2 days to make sure that they are big enough and that they're not, the leg isn't growing so thick so quickly that it pinches off blood flow to the feet, and that we have the right distance between the 2 legs. And so we have to constantly, and so when you look at these anklets, you see little tiny holes on the leather strips, and those little holes, every day, sometimes twice a day, we have to cut the little tiny zip ties off, readjust, and then zip tie it back together so that we maintain the proper size for our little bird. And so anyway, that's our newest little patient that we've got. And let's see if our baby will eat from me. Usually gets a little disturbed when we pick him up and doesn't want to eat for a few minutes. Start eating. Okay. There you go. There we are. And again, it's like all of the owls that we feed, that we have to feed them a natural diet. And this is a chopped up mouse. It's chopped up into chunks. And so there's bone and there's feather, or bone and fur, and guts and everything else for this little guy. And as he is able to digest whole animals, he's been having regular castings, which is the non-digestible portions of the meal. He regurgitates it up, which is very important to do. He's fine, Sue. Not going anywhere. And as I said before, if the legs don't heal in the proper alignment, He'll never be able to stand, never be able to perch, and he will not survive.
Frequently when birds are knocked out of the nest, it's either they're overcrowded or there's something wrong with them, huh?
Yes, that's is the case. And these guys, if you guys remember, last year we got a whole nest full of baby barn owls, and there was 7 of them. And so if the nest isn't big enough to handle such a huge crowd, then as they compete for food, they end up pushing each other out of the nest. And so if, like with this one, I don't know how big the family was, but if it was a good-sized family, and this guy, he can't grab a hold of anything to keep himself from being pushed out. So he ended up on the ground, and some nice people found him along under some trees along the stream where the nest was, and picked him up and brought him to me. So that's our newest little patient, little barn owl. Come on, baby. And Will, yeah, so cute. And we'll keep working with him, and hopefully we've got his legs lined up so that he will, the legs will grow straight and he'll be able to stand and perch, and we'll be able to get him back to the wild.
Hi, little one. Hi. See how excited they get. This is a little dove, a baby dove. He came in about the size of a leaf when he first came in. They usually eat by putting their mouth up inside of their parent's mouth. See how he opens his mouth when it's between my fingers? No, you can't see much that way. But the parents regurgitate. Let's give you, there we go. And so that feels like he's got his beak in his parent's mouth. There, and you can see his little crop here. He's filled up with food. He's probably, what, about a week old? They grow really, really fast. Hard to get started feeding, but once they get used to it with the human hand, it becomes easy. So that's why he's always he's coaxing, because he's always putting his fingers or his beak in my, looking for I want more. It's like, nope, not gonna get more. Sorry, that's all you get for now. And he's got these pin feathers. Martin can explain what pin feathers are.
Okay, what the way a feather grows, and you can see this on our little dove quite nicely, is all feathers grow out of a protein shaft that is full of blood. And so you can see the little waxy looking shaft and the very tips of the feathers pushing through the end of it. And as the feather grows, the shaft peels away and exposes more and more of the feather, and the blood recedes out of it. And so if one of those little protein shafts were to break, he would bleed, because all those little protein shafts are full of blood. And so that's how feathers grow. And so if you see a kind of a really ugly bird that looks like its feathers are in really bad shape, it's very likely that it's a baby that you see right there, and it's what we call in blood, where it's just growing its new feathers. So, but our little dove is doing fine. Okay.
Sounds good.
Hey, little one. How you doing? Am I gonna need a net to grab you, or can I just grab you?
I'm gonna go get you a net.
Let's see if I can just grab it. Grab him. Hi, baby. There we go. Hi. We got you. Okay, let's get the feet. There's 1 foot. There's 2 feet. There we go from there. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Okay. We'll give you some fluids. And then we're going to give you some mice. See how you do. Okay. Get in here. Get that in there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what a good baby. There we go. Yeah, it's going to feel much better after this. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That's a start. Get some fluids in you, sweetie. Okay. See if you want to bite me now. Want to bite? Can I give you some mice? There we go. One. Now this is a really super small meal. Fluids and a small meal just to get his digestive system started. Here. There you go. That's my baby. And I'll have a jackrabbit thawed out by morning. Huh. There we go. Yeah. And if it has the strength so that it can pull its own food. That's what we're looking for. And if it can pull its own food and feed itself, we've got a really, really good chance. But if it can't, then we'll have to cut up pieces and hand feed it for a while. And lots more fluids, but nothing that I can see is broken. Oh, baby, nothing's broken. There we go. Hi, baby. Yeah. Actually, I think this is a male. Just a good size male. Hi, sweetie. One more and you will have had a nice small meal. There we go. Yeah. That's my baby. That's my baby. Yes, you are. And this one's not really old, Sue.
It's not?
No. They get yellow eyes when they're 5 years old.
Oh,
Brown eyes. So this is
brown.
light brown. So it's a subadult. It's probably 3 to 4 years of age.
Oh, okay. I didn't. So there is some speckling. That's part of the youngster's
there's-
feathers.
That's some of the youngster's tail feathers. The white still in the
That's
tail.
not old.
So this is not a breeder.
Okay.
This is a subadult.
Okay. I'll grab the little tray here
Okay.
and take that.
Sure. And we'll just kind of walk over here and then turn him loose. Hi, baby. Okay, you get to feeling better, sweetie. We'll get some food out for you. There we go. Now that eagle didn't survive. We fed it for, it was in really bad shape. We fed it for about 3 days and it finally passed. Okay, as far as everything else is concerned. It's a Swainsons dark morph.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to see some other critters?
What?
You want to see some of the other critters we rescue? Oh, baby. Nope, no.
Broken, huh? Oh, yeah, bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh no.
The bone's exposed and it's dry. There's no way to repair that.
Oh no. Poor guy.
Yeah, well,
Dang it.
we'll euthanize him humanely so he won't be suffering anymore.
Right.
But that can't be fixed.
Right.
Curtis Whitehead, who's the manager of Findlay Subaru here, would like to make a special presentation to Martin.
Hey Curtis, come on up here.
Thank you for having me today. We at Findlay Subaru and Subaru of America have been a sponsor of the Southwest Wildlife and what they do. And it's been fun to get to know Martin and his wife and the passion they have. You hear about charities and stuff like that. To really see a guy like Martin, that it is his life. This charity is everything he does. I had the opportunity to go to his house last year after we did a dedication. We planted some trees up at this property that was donated. And he invited me and my daughter over to see some of these rescues that he'd had. And at that time, there were probably half a dozen owls, some couple eagles, some falcons, just a little bit of everything that was fun to see. But the way he had put this together inside his house and in his yard, just his whole life revolves around saving these birds. And it's been exciting to be able to donate and help a little bit with his funds to be able to raise and cure and get these back in the wildlife, these animals. And I think we are up over $100,000 in donations.
We are,
at this
absolutely.
point. It's been and today we've got a check for $14,500 in donations. We're excited to be a part of it. He's very good in the community, what he does. I'm sure he'll talk a little bit later about it, but he's Boy Scouts, the Eagle Board of Reviews. He's active, and anytime we need him, he shows up and does demonstrations with his Eagle. He's just very excited about what he does. It's not just a job, but it's his life, and he's proud to share it. We're excited to be a part of it with him and be able to help a little bit with the funds.
Thank you, Curtis. Thank you so very, very much. This is our 10th year that Findlay Subaru has chosen us as their Share the Love charity. And so, if you need a Subaru, November, December, you purchase a Subaru, and Subaru of America and Findlay Subaru makes a donation to our foundation. And so it adds up a lot, so we really appreciate that. And I'll be honest with you guys, the Subaru Forester is our foundation vehicle, and I'm on my third one. So we've loved them from the very beginning, and Subaru has been an amazing corporate sponsor to us, and we couldn't possibly be more grateful to you guys, so thank you.
And it's fun too, Subaru knows, clear at the top of Subaru North America, they know about this situation. We talk about his birds, we talk about what he does, and when we bump into, the new president just came on, but the old president's been the president of North America for about 15 years. He asks how the bird guy is. So it's been fun. It's not just your standard charity. It's something that it interests a lot of people, and so it's exciting. It's fun to be a part of.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Here we go. We've got a little patient here. It's one of our little chipmunks that came in that was caught by a cat, and it's looking good now. He's ready to go back to the wild.
He doesn't want to come out of his box.
Yeah, doesn't want to come out of the safety of his box. But you want a pocket knife, Sue? Or you can just tear the back open, either way.
Okay.
Oh, hold us. Just lost it. There we are.
You ready?
I think we're ready. I would like to film him, Sue.
Okay.
There we go. Hi, baby.
Knew he wouldn't last long.
Oh, I knew.
Not on a heartbeat.
But I wanted to at least get a little glimpse of him.
Okay.
Anyway, that's just a little chipmunk caught by a cat that
Luckily, it wasn't too serious.
Yeah, it wasn't serious, but we got him patched up and back in the wild. So We'll talk to you guys later. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our little snippets of some of the animals that we've rescued and our check presentation from Findlay Subaru for our wildlife rescue facility. And we're going to start a new video series on our newest wildlife ambassador, and his name is Striker. And so please stay with us. We're going to bring you a lot of information about Striker, about his family, about how I acquired him, and the process that we're using to get Striker fully trained in falconry. And so we're going to put out a lot of information about this beautiful new friend of mine. And I'm not supposed to tell you, but I'll tell you anyway. It's a beautiful little male.